TheChowTimePod. It's your host Ren. I got a video today from TikTok. Women in their 40s. They're pretty much the equivalent of what a passport bro is in a sense of age-wise, because most passport bros are about 30 to 40 years old of age. So our counterpart is these 40-year-old women that are complaining on TikTok about dating. So please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get to that chow time.
All right, all of my fellow 40-something-year-olds.
Oh, by the way, she turned off all the comments on this video, so you know it must have been bad.
who hate dating as much as I do. I have not been on a dating app in several months. And so I decided Friday night that I would get on one.
Okay.
And I matched with this guy and we start chatting away.
Look how easy it is for these women. 40 years old. Jump on a dating app right away. Start chatting right away. Like, not saying that, we're envious or anything in a sense, but it's not like that for 40-year-old men. Not saying it's like too hard, but like to be able to just jump on and get on like chatting and dating right away. It's so fucking crazy.
Continued into Saturday and Sunday, and we'd made plans for Wednesday night. And then the more we talked, we were kind of like, we were kind of hit.
So started Saturday, made plans on Sunday the next day for Wednesday night. So like a 4 or 5 day turnaround. That's about how fast I try to get women on dates on dating apps. So.
Hit it off for like, let's do Tuesday night too. Then comes Monday, and he's like, hey, do you think you can slip away and meet me for coffee? And so I do. The date was about 5 hours long, and it was great. Went well. Very attractive man. Great job. Just all around seems like a great catch, right? So that night, it was great. Sent me a text afterwards, had a good time, all the things. Then Wednesday night, we go to dinner, and he picks out the place. I meet him at his house. We ride together to the restaurant. And as we're sitting there, kind of, halfway through dinner, he decides to tell me, he's like, you check a lot of my boxes. I'm really into you. I've told all my sisters about you. I say all mine, his two sisters.
Dude, it's only been like a few days. Like someone's either gaslighting her or, playing with her.
They've seen pictures of you and this and that. And I'm like, whoa. Slow your roll, bro. And so dinner still is fine. Great. We move on. I go back home. He sends me a bunch more text, kind of just, again, I'm really into you. I really go after what I want. But it's at this point, it's just becoming too much. And I tend to like pump the brakes.
So the commitment is too fast and too much.
And actually, back up on the first night of our date, I just said, I really just don't get excited. I've been in this dating game longer than you. He's been divorced 2 years. I've been divorced for 14. So yeah, I've been in this fucking single dating game for a hell of a lot longer. And he proceeded to also
look how bitter and cynical these women are at these later ages about relationships and men in general now, because they've just been through so much trauma.
tell me he's gone on like 40 dates in 2 years, and I'm like, holy fuck, that is more dates than I've gone on in my life, let alone in 2 years. Jesus. So
yeah, things work for women different for men and women. Men just have to plow through as many dates as possible. Women can literally pick and choose as much as they want.
Oh, anyway, I tell him I'm not excited. I don't get excited just because I've had so many letdowns. So I contain any and all excitement. And he was kind of irritated by that. So after the second date, then he sends me a message the day after. And he's like, hey, I was reflecting on last night. I think I probably said too much, kind of opened up too much. I'm like, yeah, you think? And I just messaged him back like, hey, I
do admit if this was true, that he was opening up and doing all this, it was a little bit too much too quick. Calm down, man. Calm down.
You being vulnerable, telling me how you feel. I'm just not in that place right now. It just seemed like an emotional dump, and I'm still digesting it, and I just handle things differently. Um, and it kind of rubbed him the wrong way. And we were supposed to go out tomorrow night. He texted me today, canceled plans, and I just said, "Oh, are you going to LA?" Because he was going to LA to meet some chick, and he's like, irritated that I thought he was going on that trip, and I just was like, "I'm just asking. I don't fucking care."
Well, I have women that are like messages me like do that shit all the time. When I don't answer like their messages fast enough. You're with her, aren't you? Or oh, it's like, well, enjoy her and just shit like that. And it's just like I just never reply to that shit.
And so he canceled all plans for the weekend, and he's just like, "I'll contact you next week. I'm just gonna kind of let this simmer." So, yeah, no, I don't think so. I think we're good. I don't think there's a match anymore. I don't know. What would you guys do? I'm like, I wasn't really, after all that emotional, crazy dump, like, I get it. I love, that he's so into me, but I'm just not at the same level as he is. And he really just didn't seem to like my boundaries. And I have these fucking boundaries for a reason. I've been through a ton of therapy, and I've been single a lot longer. I'm going to have boundaries. I'm not settling. Like, what the fuck? But seriously,
Yes, she has boundaries. She's not settling. She's in her 40s now, guys. Divorced for 14 years. Still ain't gonna settle, right?
dating in your fucking 40s is terrible. Why does it have to be so bad?
Because their standards have never changed. They've always wanted the Chads and Tyrones and, the millionaires. And even in their 40s, they still believe that they qualify for those type of men. Oh, women. Whew, that was some Delulu chow. It's crazy that most men at like these ages, like higher ages, they want to settle down. They're willing to settle down. They want to settle down right away. They're looking for that partner. They don't really care too much about all the little nuances and little small things. Women are still nitpicking. Women in their 40s are still nitpicking, expecting to find their perfect match because they won't settle. This is the sad reality of what it is in the West. This is why so many women are single and so many men are single. Both sexes are single because of this. It's not men really. Yes, men are going their own way because women are like this. If women were just as willing to be with men as men are willing to be with them, there'd be no fucking issue. But you know, it is what it is. Please like and subscribe down below. I really appreciate that, and I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.